Thembeka Sibanyoni is an IT graduate with a passion for cooking and business. The Soweto-born, self-taught chef provides catering for corporate, private, small or big events you may have planned. She recently launched her own range of spices, which she says you definitely need in the kitchen. She joins us now this morning to share more on her food and cooking. Thembeka, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
It's good having you, Thembeka. I mean, you went from IT to starting your own catering company. What led you to that?
Honestly, I always tell people that business chose me because I went into business without planning. So my passion for cooking and everything that comes with it, I think it is a huge contributor to where I am now. My husband enjoys good food. He loves good-looking food. So every time I made good-looking food, it's obvious the next thing to do is take a picture and post it. And you would get people asking, can you do this for 20 people? Can you do this for 50 people? And that's how I got into the catering industry.
Got you. Now, everyone can cook, Thembeka, but it takes a whole lot to get people to like your food. So what is it about your food do you think that people like?
I think it's the cleanliness.
Yes.
I only do clean food. So I think it's the cleanliness and, the presentation. People eat with their eyes first. So if you get the presentation right and you get your flavors right, then people would definitely love your food.
Indeed. So what kind of food do you generally cater?
Oh, for now, it's actually, I go with what the clients want. But, there's a certain food we enjoy for weddings. And so it's not on more of the, the cuisine, signature cuisine side. It's more of your African menu and, what we usually have for weddings and stuff like that. I usually advise my client on what people actually enjoy when it comes to weddings and stuff. But obviously, I want to grow and cater for everyone and, every type of how can I put it? Like every type of event, I would love to cater for every type of event in the near future.
Okay. Thembeka, do you follow recipes or you simply the spontaneous cook?
I'm the spontaneous cook.
Okay. So what normally inspires that? Do you cook spontaneously when you are in a good mood or when you are in a certain mood, perhaps?
It definitely goes with the mood. I think you need to be in a good space to actually go into the kitchen. And, it needs to start with you in order for you to get the correct outcome. So if I'm not in a good mood, you will definitely taste it in my food if I do cook. So, if I'm not in a good mood, I prefer to just lay down and, ask my husband to cook. But if I am in a good mood, you will definitely feel it and taste it in my food.
You recently launched your own range of spices. Why spices, though?
Spices because I love cooking and I've always had this dream of wanting to, have everybody taste my own blend of spices. I really want to in the future have my own cookbook, and honestly I want to go into into creating my own cookbook with my own spices. So I really want people to taste my own blends and my own flavors. I just want people to have me in their kitchen every day.
Wow, that's interesting. How do you do it though? Do you start the manufacturing process from scratch, or you simply add different ingredients to come up with your own blend of spices?
Add different ingredients to come up with my own blend of spices.
Okay, so what is that Thembeka spice that we can't do without?
It's definitely the smoked paprika and the chicken spice. Those two, they go with anything. I love them so much.
Okay, why those though?
Because they go with anything.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Oh, and also my fish spice. I love the flavors that my fish spice brings into seafood, because it's not just for fish, but it's for any type of seafood. I just love how that came together and how people enjoy it, because I've got reviews. I get reviews every day from the spices, and people are really enjoying the spice.
You also host cooking master classes, don't you? What do you offer or teach at these classes?
You know, people are always asking, how do you go about registering your company and getting clients? And, you know, there's so many behind the scenes that are happening when it comes to, you know, content creation and getting yourself out there. So in the masterclass, it's basically giving them advice on how to get themselves out there, how to get proper looking content, because obviously, you know, when you post something, you want people to want to have it just by looking at the picture. So it's basically starting from the beginning on how they can register their company and how they can get themselves into making it big on Instagram. But it all has to be organic. So people feed off your energy. So it's very important to remain organic in everything that you do. So I think in the masterclass, by the end of the masterclass, you will go out knowing if this is what I'm passionate about, this is what I want to continue doing, or I want to do it because T does it.
And how would you advise someone that is still finding their feet in the kitchen to enjoy it more?
You know, I think at the end of the day, you just need to be passionate about what you are doing, because going into business, catering business is not easy, because you deal with a lot of clients, you deal with big number of people. So I would really advise them to, you know, be brave, because it's really not easy. Cooking for 20 people and cooking for 200 people, it's not easy. What goes into the work is a lot. So you really need to be prepared, you need to be passionate, you need to push, and you really need to do everything to get your name out there and keep it alive and keep it glowing.
Thembeka, I know that you have an absolute favorite dish. So what is it, and what's the best way to prepare it the Thembeka way?
I'm definitely a chicken lover. I love chicken. So to get it right for me, it has to be chicken stew.
Okay.
So it's just basically adding all your garlic, your ginger, and your garlic, your ginger, your spices, and that's my daughter, I'm sorry. Your garlic, ginger, and all your spices, and the soup that comes with everything is just, that's what I like. I just love a chicken stew, and I'm a chicken stew and rice girl.
Well, I can tell you are a huge fan of chicken, just judging by the images and the slides that we play on the screen. So, Thembeka, how do food lovers and your fans connect with you?
They can connect with me on Instagram. I go by the name of T's Cooking Addiction. It's T's _ cooking _ addiction. On Facebook, I am T's Cooking Addiction. And I'm not yet on Twitter. I'm still trying to find my feet on Twitter, but Instagram and Facebook is where I'm currently at.
All right, T, great chatting to you. Let's keep cooking.
Thank you so much.
Right,
thank you so much for having me.
Good stuff. We just spoke to chef and business person Thembeka Sibanyoni on her cooking and new range of spices.